Welcome to Indo Global Entrepreneurship Forum 2023 organized by Business Connect magazine. Today we have with us a special guest, Mrs. Rajeshwari. And we can see that she has received the award and we could see the excitement level definitely on her face. So firstly, we would like to know that how are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, I feel very nice. Very nice to feel appreciated for the kind of work that we do. So I'm really thankful to the Global India Business Summit and the forum to have recognized our efforts.
That's great to know, Mrs. Rajeshwari. And we would like you to share some insights into the company profile and services, okay? So that our global audience get to know your organization more. So please go ahead.
So we are basically a law firm, and we specialize in litigation, especially in patent litigation. And this is a service that we started, many years ago. There are many players in this field now, but we are unique in the sense that we have a knowledge not only of the law, the litigation, the courts, and everything, but we also have a vast knowledge of the technology behind it. So when there is a patent litigation, especially, it's a very important thing for us to, as lawyers, to be a catalyst in the court, to make the court understand about the technology so that they can appreciate and the law can evolve in that way. So therefore, I really feel very nice that we've been able to do this, accomplish this, because we've got a big team of technologists as well as lawyers. Some people who are technologists come lawyers, and that is how we are able to expand our expertise. And our main goal is to serve the client with precision, give them perfect business advice, not to misguide them, but to give them perfect business advice, some solutions which will help them in their solutions, not to make them litigate, but to avoid litigation.
That's very much inspiring to know as you, explained your vision in front of our audience, global audience as well. So I would also like to know that what is the impact scale that you could claim from your side that you have created across the industry. So would you like to share some facts and figures?
Sure. So we do a lot of variety of work. We do work with a lot of patient groups. We also work with number of companies. So as you know, in India, there is a real need for medicines at a lower price. In India, the population is not such that we have medical insurance from the government or otherwise, as we may have in other countries. So it's everyone has to go and pay from their own pocket for medicines. So there is a need for medicines at a reasonable cost. So we have taken this as a challenge, and we do litigation. We help people, whereby the outcome is such that the people get medicines at a lower cost. So we've also helped a number of patients to have affordable access to quality medicine. So there have been cases where people have had rare disease and they've not been able to have access to medicine. So through the medium of the courts, we've been able to secure access to medicine for them, which they could have otherwise not got,
In financial terms.
in financial terms as well. And that's how I think that's how you make an impact. That's how you touch the society. You don't just do litigation just for your personal benefit, but to litigation in such a way that you can use the medium of the court to create an impact. And that's been our endeavor. And we've worked with number of patient groups, we've worked with number of companies, and at every time we have done this very successfully. We've got the first compulsory license in India for this drug called sorafenib, which is used for liver and kidney cancer, where the drug price was 3 lakh rupees, but we got it to the people at 4,000 rupees. So that's an impact. So that's a lot of kidney patients, and that's a lot of liver cancer patients, who can actually have access to this drug. Otherwise, doctors will recommend the product for you, but you can just not afford it. So it's of no use. Or there have been infant children, who have got rare disease and who cannot have access to the drug because it's the cost of the drug is 1 crore, or the cost of the drug runs into several lakhs. So we don't just the other option is you just go for crowdfunding and hopefully you will get some funds. But if the government is able to help you, or if the courts are able to convince the government to direct the government to help the people like who have rare disease, so that's something that we should be doing as lawyers. So I think this is the kind of journey that we had, and that's the kind of work that we've been doing.
This is very much inspiring, and definitely we are amazed to know this, Mrs. Rajeshwari. So, due to time constraint, I won't be able to ask you more questions. Definitely, I want to, but from here, Karishma would take over. Please, Karishma, go ahead.
So, what is your expectations and experience from this forum?
This forum has given us an opportunity, a platform to showcase our talent, to tell the world of the work that we kind of do. Not that we want to advertise or otherwise, but it's for people to know the kind of work that we do, the kind of things that can happen in the courts, because knowledge and awareness is lacking in the people. People always feel that, well, courts means 20 years are gone of your life. But that's not the case. You can actually have your, you can have your cases resolved very quickly. And that's our endeavor. And these days there are commercial courts, so they dispose of cases very quickly. And this summit has given me an opportunity to, espouse that cause and spread that knowledge across the people. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Any feedback if you want to share for this forum?
Thank you so much for this forum, because I think this is the need of the hour. We need to have many more business summits like this, conferences where we are able to talk to other people and dispel the kind of notions that they have about courts, the phobia that people have with regard to courts. If you take a small instance like the recent case, the Kanjawala case, or the other case where the lady was, there was a case where a person was actually, killed because her body parts were Afzal's case, where he cut the person into several different parts and then put them into rack and then he killed. So people should know about their rights. That's the kind of, that's what I'm trying to say. People should know about their rights. They should know that, okay, even if you are not involved in that case, you can't just be a bystander. You should be active and proactive, because now we are no longer in a society in those olden times when you had a network of people helping you. Today it's more about nuclear families staying in the society, in a society. So each one of us is a solo boat of its own. So it's the responsibility of the society, of the community, to help each other. You don't any longer have your uncle or the aunties to help you out because they are no longer living with you. In fact, even your parents may or may not be living with you. So then it becomes the responsibility of the community. So in that Shraddha's case, for example, if the neighbors took a proactive role, or if somebody else could have taken a proactive role, perhaps we could have avoided. And there are many such Shraddhas who are, who have not come into the limelight, and these Shraddhas are happening every day in our lives. We see them every day. But then you just sit down quietly and you say, well, I don't want to get into this mess at all. Or you see an accident on the road, simple thing, and you just are a mute spectator, thinking that the law will be, it will be too much for me to get into the court system. But actually it is not so. And that's the first message that I want to give everyone here, that it is actually not so. That if just because you help a victim, yes, you will be helping them. The courts are not going to come and pile on you that, look here, you helped him, so you should be punished. Rather, you will be rewarded. You will not be called to the court every day, and you will not be wasting your time. But unless someone comes and informs the police, comes and informs the judiciary, there is no way anyone will take any action. They all react on the basis of a complaint filed. So therefore it is necessary for people to be aware. Perhaps people are not even aware that something can be done. Even if someone is vigilant, doesn't even know that, okay, it's happening in my neighborhood. What can I do about it? So that kind of attitude is something that prevails for many reasons, including the fact that they don't know. So through this medium, so I'm so thankful to all of you to give me this opportunity to tell people that there is something that they can do as well. Of course, the victims, the people's, their own next kin can do something, but of course, society can play a great role. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much for your feedback. It's very, very helpful.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, and we are really pleased to have you here and get to know your insights on different subjects. And definitely, our global audience would find it equally amazing. So, thank you so much, Mrs. Rajeshwari, and hope to see you again in our next event. Okay, so anything you want to say?
No, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I want to just thank you for this event. Thank you.